I love the farm life. I have a lot of fond memories. Growing up as a young boy on a farm in Michigan, it was hard work. And I don't think we fully understood the hardships that our mother went through as she was raising 4 of us, and then later another son came along many years later. But for us, whenever I think of peace and joy, somehow I go back to those days on the farm. We had this pump house right next to the barn, and it had a deep well of mineral water. And that mineral water had a salty taste. And when you were really thirsty on a hot day, you could drink that mineral water, and it tasted great as long as it was cold and the day was hot. But I noticed you had to drink more of it, and that's because it had minerals and salt in it. Now, I was thinking about salt, and I've been over to Israel 7 times, and you can go out in the Dead Sea and you can't sink. You don't want to get it in your eye. You certainly don't want to swallow any of it. Do you realize the Dead Sea is 37, almost 38% salinity, where the Atlantic Ocean is only like 3.5%. And there have been stories in life where people were out in boats, cast out on the ocean from some disaster. And they were literally dying of thirst as they would float along, be driven by the waves and wind. And they would be so thirsty. And they were warned, don't drink any of this water. Don't drink salt water because it will kill you. No matter how thirsty you are, don't drink the water. And then someone who just couldn't handle anymore, late at night would gulp down some water to satisfy his thirst, and wouldn't be long after that until he would die. He actually was dying of thirst. You see, because when you drink salt water, you begin to dehydrate because your kidneys demand extra water to flush this overload of salt. And so in that sense, the more salt water you drink, the thirstier you get, and you actually die of thirst. Jesus said, I say to you, everyone who looks at a woman with lust in his heart is already committing adultery. Why would he say that? Because Jesus is saying that thirst that you have for another man's wife, or that thirst you have for that which is known to be destructive, once you satisfy the thirst, it's like drinking salt water. The very salt dehydrates your body. The very lust of the flesh eats away at your life. And that's why Jesus told us, even lust itself is like committing adultery, because it perpetuates its own end. When you are not faithful, when you're given over to lust, it only makes you thirstier for more. Never satisfies. You see, only God can help you overcome. We can't overcome. I can't save myself. I can't deliver myself. But God can. May God bless you to be an overcomer by seeking Him.